Act 19. Grandmother Lu visits the Grand View Garden. Time: autumn of the 13th year of the Red Chamber. Location: the Grand View Garden. Character: Grandmother Jia, Grandmother Lu, Banner, Wang Shifeng, Ping'er, Jia Baoyu, Li Wan, Yuanyang, Shiren, and several others. Character profile card. Name: Grandma Lu. Gender: female. Alias: female locust. Identity: elderly country woman knowledgeable about the ways of the world. Personality: simple and naive, optimistic and enterprising, humorous and witty. Son-in-law: Wang Gu'er. Wang Gu'er's grandfather and Wang Shifeng's grandfather, Lady Wang's father, share the same ancestry. Grandson: Banner. Granddaughter: Qing'er. After the poetry club was established, Shang Yun and Baochai decided to host a banquet in the garden, inviting Grandmother Jia and others to eat crab, admire the osmanthus flowers, and then listen to the poetry recitations of the members of the poetry club. Everyone had a great time playing. A few days later, Grandma Lu came again, with a lot of fruits and vegetables grown from her own land. When Mrs. Zhuorui went to tell Wang Shifeng, Grandmother Jia happened to be there and asked, "Who is Grandma Lu?" After hearing what Shifeng had to say, Grandmother Jia ordered Grandma Lu to be brought over to see her. When Grandmother Lu and Banner arrived, all the sisters in the Grand View Garden happened to be in front of Grandmother Jia. As soon as they entered the room, Grandmother Lu saw an old lady reclining on a couch with a pretty maid massaging her legs, while Feng Jie stood beside her laughing. Grandmother Lu knew that this must be Grandmother Jia, so she quickly stepped forward, smiled and bowed a few times, saying, "May the venerable elder live long." Grandmother Jia returned the gesture and asked someone to bring a seat for her to sit on. Grandmother Jia asked Grandmother Lu's age, chatted casually about other things, then invited Grandmother Lu to stay in the garden for a few days before returning. Feng Jie saw Grandmother Jia happy and also added, "Although our place is not big, there are still a few empty rooms. You can stay for 2 days and tell Grandmother Jia all the new things happening over there." Grandmother Jia smiled and said, "Miss Feng, don't make fun of her. Country people are very honest, but they can't resist your teasing." With that, she instructed someone to grab some fruit for Banner to eat, and had a little maid take Banner out to play. Grandmother Lu quickly shared some funny stories from the countryside, making Grandmother Jia very happy. Bao Yu and the sisters had never heard of the countryside, and were all listening with relish. Although Grandmother Lu came from the countryside, she also had some knowledge, not to mention she was old and experienced. Seeing that Grandmother Jia and these young masters and ladies liked to listen to her stories, she even made up a lot of them even when there was nothing to talk about. Only heard Grandma Lu say, "There is an old lady in our village on the east side who is over 90 years old. She eats vegetarian food and recites Buddha every day," which moved Guanyin Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva appeared in her dream one night and said, "You are supposed to have no offspring, but because of your devotion, the Jade Emperor has decided to grant you a grandson." It turns out that this old lady only has one son, who also only has one son. Unexpectedly, when the grandson reached 17 or 18 years old, he passed away, and the whole family cried like never before. However, after the Bodhisattva's dream, their family did indeed have another grandson, who is already 13 or 14 years old, handsome and intelligent. It is truly a divine blessing. Both Grandma Jia and Lady Wang were fascinated by these words, and Grandma Jia liked Grandmother Lu even more. The next day, Grandma Jia was planning to host a banquet for Shang Yun, so she invited Grandmother Lu to stay and join them. Early the next morning, Grandma Lu and Ban-Er, led by the maids, entered the Grand View Garden. Before long, they saw Granny Jia and a group of people. Li Wan greeted them, smiling and saying to Granny Jia, "Granny, You are up early today. I thought you hadn't gotten ready yet, so I picked some chrysanthemums to bring to you." With that, she instructed the maids to bring out a large plate filled with many different colored flowers. Granny Jia picked a large flower from the plate and wore it on her head, then called to Grandma Lu, "Come here quickly to wear a flower." Feng Jia hurriedly pulled Grandma Lu over and said, "Let me dress you up today." With that, she placed a plate of flowers in all directions on Grandma Lu's head. Grandma Jia and everyone couldn't stop laughing. When Grandma Lu saw everyone laughing, she also chuckled happily. "I don't know what kind of blessings I have received to still look so presentable at this age." Everyone burst into laughter again and said, "Granny Lu, you should just pick those flowers and throw them in her face. Let her dress you up like this." Grandma Lu said, "Although I am old now, I was very flirtatious when I was young. I loved flowers and pink colors. Today, let's just go with being an old flirt." Before long, everyone arrived at the Qingfang Pavilion. Grandma Jia sat down and invited Grandma Lu to sit next to her, asking her, "What do you think of this garden?" Grandma Lu said, "Every New Year's, we would go to the city to buy New Year's paintings to paste. Everyone always says, 'I really wish I could wander around inside these paintings. But the paintings are fake. Where can there be a real place?' But today when I came to this garden, oh, it's 10 times better than those paintings. If someone could paint a picture of this garden for me to bring back to show my fellow villagers, I would be willing to die content." Hearing Grandma Lu say that, Grandma Jia pointed to Shichuan and said, "My granddaughter knows how to paint. I will ask her to paint one for you tomorrow." At the sound of this, Granny Lu was so excited that she grabbed Shichuan's hand and said, "My goodness, you are so young and beautiful, and you are also so skilled. Could it be that you are a reincarnation of a fairy?" Everyone was amused by Granny Lu and burst into laughter. Afterwards, Grandma Jia took Grandma Lu to different places to visit and broaden her horizons. They first went to Dayu's Xiaoxiang Pavilion, then took a boat to visit Xia Chun's Qiao Shuang studio. When it was time for breakfast, they sent the food to Qiao Shuang's studio. In order to please Grandma Jia, the maid Yuan Feng proposed that Grandma Lu should entertain them. Aunt Feng immediately agreed and had Yuan Feng quietly instruct Grandma Lu. After the meal was served, everyone took their seats. Grandma Lu picked up the chopsticks and found them to be heavy. It turned out that Feng Jie and Yuan Yang had agreed to deliberately give Grandma Lu a pair of old-fashioned square ivory chopsticks with gold inlay, just to tease her. Grandma Lu held the chopsticks and said, "Oh my, these chopsticks are heavier than the shovel we have at home. How can anyone use them?" Everyone laughed. At this moment, a maid brought 2 dishes over. Feng Jie deliberately picked a plate of pigeon eggs and placed it in front of Grandma Lu. Grandma Lu intentionally made a strange face, stood up and loudly said, old Lu, you eat like a cow. You won't even look up when eating a pig." After speaking, she puffed up her cheeks, her eyes staring straight ahead, silent. Everyone was stunned, but then they all burst out laughing. Feng Jie and Yuan Yang tried hard to suppress their laughter, constantly urging Grandma Lu to eat the food. Grandma Lu picked up her chopsticks and said, "The hens here are also very beautiful, and the eggs they lay are so small and exquisite. Let me have one first." Just as everyone was recovering from the previous laughter, they couldn't hold back their laughter again upon hearing this. Grandma Jia even had tears of laughter in her eyes. "It must be that mischievous Feng girl. These are not chicken eggs. These are pigeon eggs." Feng Jie joked on the side. 1 or 2 silver coins each. Try it now." Granny Lu's chopsticks were heavy and slippery. How could she pick up the tiny pigeon eggs? After finally picking up one, Granny Lu quickly stretched her neck forward, but the egg slipped and rolled to the ground. Granny Lu was about to put down her chopsticks to pick it up, but the egg was picked up by the maid. Granny Lu sighed. "Such a pity. I didn't even hear a sound of the 1 or 2 silver coins, and it's gone." Everyone was not in the mood to eat, just watching Grandma Lu laugh nonstop. Grandma Jia instructed someone to change the chopsticks for Grandma Lu, brought over her own food for her to eat, and had someone pick a lot of dishes for Banair. After breakfast, Grandma Jia led everyone to continue touring the Grand View Garden. By the time lunch was served, Grandma Jia proposed everyone play a drinking game together to liven up the atmosphere. Granny Lu accompanied Jia mother, eating and drinking with great enjoyment. Probably due to drinking alcohol, eating a lot of greasy food, and drinking several bowls of tea, before long Granny Lu's stomach started rumbling and she hurried to the restroom. When she came out, the wind blew and the alcohol hit her, causing Granny Lu to feel dizzy and unable to recognize the path. In a confused state, she somehow ended up in Bao Yu's Yihong courtyard. Seeing a delicate bed in front of her, she sat down groggily and fell asleep. Everyone saw that Grandma Lu had not returned for a long time, and they were worried that she had passed out from drinking, so they hurried to look for her. In the end, it was Shirin who found Grandma Lu first. When she saw Grandma Lu sleeping on Baoyu's bed, she was really scared and quickly woke her up in a fluster and instructed her, "You can't say you were sleeping here, just say you passed out on a rocky slope." Grandma Lu hastily nodded. Grandmother Jia was amused and invited her to stay for another 2 or 3 days. When leaving, Pinger gave Lu Granny 108 taels of silver and several pieces of silk, instructing her, "These are given by our grandmother and lady. Take them back, do some small business, or buy a few acres of land." Grandma Lu felt extremely grateful in her heart, bid farewell to everyone, and returned home with 1,000 thanks.